Thanks to the folks who led the way. Thanks to the folks, let us thank them every day.
Hi there, this is the Fresh Toones Show. My name's Dave Paltz. And each week I do a different theme for the show. And the theme for this week's show is honoring the black servicemen and servicewomen who have served in the armed forces. And many of them have sacrificed their lives to defend this country and the freedoms that it prevails its citizens, some more than others, which kind of makes it pretty amazing that so many black servicemen and women were willing to fight for a country that didn't always give them the civil rights that white citizens had in the United States. I give them a lot of credit. Myself, I had to do a lot of soul searching when I was at an age that I was going to be expected to fight in the Vietnam War. I had to make some big decisions for myself, so I can't really fathom what they had to go through to decide whether they would serve the United States or not. We can go all the way back to the Revolutionary War, and there were 9,000 black soldiers that served in the American Revolution. There were also African Americans that served with the British forces because the British, especially when the war started going bad for them, started to promise the freedom to the slaves if they would serve with them. I don't know if they could really trust them that they would keep their word, but some did serve with the British, but the majority, I think, served with the American Revolution and contributed to that. Unfortunately, much of the history of the African Americans in the 1700s was tied into slavery. Between the time of the Revolutionary War and the Civil War, many slaves tried to escape to the North. It wasn't always easy because sometimes the North that collaborated with the South and really worked towards preventing slaves from getting to the North. This song is called Wade in the Water, and it's done by Kim and Roger Harris. A very powerful song, so let me play that for you now.
Dressed in red,
trouble the water.
Must be the ones that Moses led.
God's gonna trouble the water.
Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Dressed in white,
God's gonna trouble the water.
Must be the ones getting ready to fly.
God's gonna trouble the water.
Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water.
Dressed in blue,
God's gonna
This is the Fresh Toones Show, and today, for Black History Month, we're honoring all the African-American servicemen and servicewomen who have served in the armed forces for the United States. I've been kind of looking back at the different wars and the part that they played in them. Certainly, they were a critical part of the Civil War, and probably contributed greatly to the turning around of that war, of making sure that the North won and that the Union survived. There was 186,000 African Americans that served in the Civil War. 40,000 of them died as a result of fighting in that war. They paid a big price. Initially, it looked like it might pay off after the Civil War with getting certain rights. They did get the right to vote after the war, but it wasn't too long after the war that the Jim Crow laws became the pattern in the South to prevent them from voting. And it still goes on to this day, as the Republican Party does everything they can to suppress the vote of the minorities. I have a song called The Un-American American that goes through the multiple steps they've done, especially since the Supreme Court took off any restrictions on the South changing their voting laws, all the things they've tried to do to try to suppress that vote. This song of mine is called The Un-American American. Un-American American, Un-American American, the Un-American American will try to rob your vote. The Un-American American will try to oppress your voice. The Un-American American will try to squash your dignity. Freedom-loving people will never let this be. 'Cause we're gonna sing, we're gonna fight, for however long it takes. 'Cause freedom stems from our love, not from hate. The Un-American American will close your polling sites. The Un-American American will keep you in line all night. The Un-American American will find so many ways to bury your vote, but we won't let this stay. 'Cause we're gonna sing, we're gonna fight, for however long it takes. 'Cause freedom stems from our love, not from hate. The Un-American American doesn't believe in democracy. The Un-American American wears their flag pin on their sleeve. The Un-American American wants to end one person, one vote. But all together now we're gonna raise our voice. We're gonna sing, we're gonna fight, for however long it takes. 'Cause freedom stems from our love, not from hate. We're gonna sing, we're gonna fight, for however long it takes. 'Cause freedom stems from our love, not from hate, not from hate, not from hate. Well, I've been doing an awful lot of talking today. I guess it's from me watching so many great courses, lectures, and and learning about all this historic information. I'm going to try to get a little briefer here so I can get some more music in. The show being dedicated to the black servicemen and servicewomen who've served in all the wars that the United States was involved with, kind of up to about World War I. And I'll just mention that there was like 370,000 black service people that served in that war. And I think this song was a popular song back at that time period, and it's called Freight Train. Freight train, run so fast. Freight train, run so fast. Please don't tell what train I'm on, so they won't know what route I've gone. When I'm dead in my grave, no more good times here I'll crave. Place the stones at my head and feet, and tell them all that I've gone to sleep. When I die, Lord, bury me deep, way down on Old Chestnut Street, so I can hear old number 9 as she comes rolling by. When I die, Lord, bury me deep, way down on Old Chestnut Street. Place the stones at my head and feet, and tell them all that I've gone to sleep. Oh, freight train, run so fast. Freight train, run so fast. Please don't tell what train I'm on, so they won't know what route I've gone. Well, after World War I, there was the Great Depression in the United States. A lot of good music came out of that time period because it was so tough. People would just try to sing their blues away. There was a folk song that sang about blowing down the road. Well, Woody Guthrie, who was pretty good at it, would take these old popular tunes and he'd write some contemporary words. Often they would be about conditions of the Depression. And he wrote a song called Going Down the Road Feeling Bad. Well, in the spirit of Woody Guthrie, I took his song, I took the chorus of his song, changed that a little bit to Going Down the Road Feeling Good, because I feel if we're really struggling for what we believe in, and we're doing it with other folks, that we can feel pretty good about going down the road. I wrote totally different verses for the rest of the song, so this is my version of Going Down the Road Feeling Bad, called Going Down the Road Feeling Good. I'm going down the road feeling bad. I'm going down the road feeling bad. I'm going down the road, but oh no, I ain't gonna be treated this way. They bow and kiss the feet of the rich man, tell the middle class to take a hike. We're not leaving now, 'cause we're gonna stand and fight, 'cause we ain't gonna be treated this way. 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 Oh no, we ain't gonna be treated this way. When Wall Street and bankers did their scam, when lawlessness led this land, We people raised our voice and we said no more, 'cause we ain't gonna be treated this way. 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 Oh no, we ain't gonna be treated this way. It takes a struggle to make a change. We've seen plenty of change. If we want to make it right, then we have to fight, 'cause we ain't gonna be treated this way. 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 Oh no, we ain't gonna be treated this way. We're going down the road feeling good. We're going down the road feeling good. We're doing what we should, and you know it's good. We're going down the road feeling good. We're going down the road feeling good. We're going down the road feeling good. We're going down the road and we're feeling mighty good. We're going down the road feeling good. We're going down the road feeling good, yeah. We're going down the road feeling good. We're going down the road and we're feeling good, 'cause we ain't gonna be treated this way. This is the Fresh Toones Show, and today's show is dedicated to all the African American servicemen and servicewomen who have served in the armed forces of the United States. A special thank you to all those folks. I've been kind of going through the different wars and recognizing all the African American soldiers who have served, and I was kind of up to World War II, and one of the important things that happened after World War II was the armed forces were desegregated by Harry Truman. It's kind of amazing it took that long, but as the soldiers realized after all these years of serving that they didn't have the same civil rights as the white soldiers received when they returned home. So there was kind of a stirring up here, understandably, of folks that have served, risked their lives, and still weren't receiving the same civil rights as other citizens. This movement would develop, and later in the 1960s it would come to a head and really force some changes that were necessary. This song is a fresh tune called "Can You Hear the Bells of Freedom?" Can you hear the people suffering? Can you hear the people's cry? Can you hear the words they're saying before it becomes a roar? Can you hear the waves rolling in? Can you hear the bells of freedom ringing in the streets? Will you use your ears to heed them before it is too late? Can you hear the sound of what's to come? Can you see what you've been missing in those caves with only walls? Can you see the light leaking from an exit you never saw? Can you see the light of love? Can you hear the footsteps coming coming around the bend. Can you hear the whispers growing that warn of things to come? Will you heed the sound and become one with your love? Continuing our show dedicated to the African American servicemen and servicewomen, I certainly don't want to forget anyone that served in the Korean War. There were over 3,000 African American soldiers that died in Korea. But because time's running out, I'm going to move right up to the Vietnam War. And that's a war that more than 7,200 African American soldiers were killed there. Vietnam was a very controversial war. I had to figure out things myself, being a teenager at that time, what I was going to do. And one of the songs written by Pete Seeger that was played many, many times was this song called Where Have All the Flowers Gone? Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the flowers gone? Young girls have picked them every one. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the young girls gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young girls gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young girls gone? Gone to young men, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the young men gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young men gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young men gone? Gone to soldiers, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the soldiers gone? Gone to graveyards, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time passing. Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time ago. Where have all the graveyards gone? Gone to flowers, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the flowers gone? I'm going to wrap up today's Fresh Toones show with one more thank you for all the African American servicemen and servicewomen. I know sometimes it may have been a tough decision whether to go into the service or not, but there are many people that really appreciate what you've done. Thank you.
Thanks to the folks who led the way. every day. Open the doors when the doors were locked. Told the truth when the truth was mocked. Let us always remember that we mustn't forget that we listen very carefully and say what we must. Thanks to the fools who took the risk. What they taught us we mustn't miss. To lend a hand to plant the seed of love and giving is what the world needs. We may only be a single being, but we must try and be all that we can be. The way we live will speak much louder for the things we want to say. Thanks to the folks who led the way. Thanks to the folks, let us thank them every day. In our effort to do what's right, let us try with all our might. Thanks to the folks. Thanks to the folks. Thanks to the folks. Thanks to the folks. Let us thank them every day.
Let's go hear it.
That's it for the Fresh Toones Show today. Thanks for tuning in. So long now.